Hi, my name's Donna Caselden. I'm from Gloucester, Massachusetts, and I've been making art here for about 7 years now. I was always doing something creative my whole life. Before I started painting, I was in interior design. I had a home staging business for that was about 7 years too. And after that, I decided I think I wanted to do something different. I needed a change. And so I immersed myself in all sorts of art classes, anything I could find, and started making art. The first thing that I actually showed was wearable art. Cape Ann or Gloucester has had wonderful wearable art fashion shows for 3 or 4 years. And I had seen it in the paper and I thought, wow, that looks like a lot of fun, right up my alley. So they were looking for artists to make something, and I decided to make a mermaid out of recycled soda cans. And that was pretty successful. It won awards, and it was displayed at the PEM, the Peabody Essex Museum, and I had so much fun with it. I went on and made three more wearable art dresses. Two were out of bicycle parts, all sorts of bicycle parts, and then another one was out of pennies. That was a lot of fun, but a lot of work too. I went through 2 drill presses trying to drill the pennies to make this dress. After that, I went seriously into two-dimensional work, and I work mostly with all sorts of mediums. I use acrylic, oil, cold wax. I've done encaustic. I use wire, found objects, just about anything you can imagine. I'm not sure what inspires me. Sometimes I just see something on the ground or in a newspaper or magazine. One day I was in the yard, and there was some leftover wire from planting a shrub, and I saw a form in that, and that was a piece that I had to do something with, and in about a day, I made a form of a woman, and that came out pretty good. It was also on display at the Atlantic Wharf Gallery in Boston. So this is the mermaid I was discussing that was displayed at the PEM. This is made out of lots and lots of soda cans, flattened out, punched out, and adhered to make a skirt and top. And this is the penny dress, another thing that took forever to make but was a lot of fun. And I think I mentioned that sometimes I'm inspired by things that I see anywhere, and this happened to be wire that had been outside for a while and got nice and rusty, and I just saw a form in there and I thought that looked good. Some of my paintings are made into clothing and home decor items. You could see that on my website. I have a link to that. Lots of different styles and different paintings were used. Happens to be made from oil, cold wax, and lots of marble dust to give it some nice texture. This was displayed at Rocky Neck Cultural Center last year. I rarely use paintbrushes. A lot of times I'll use plastic like credit cards or hotel keys, but then I decided I like just to throw paint and drip paint, and I started making what I call my drip art. Here's an example of it right here. This was made during the pandemic. It was inspired by something my friend told me about her brother, who's an anesthesiologist working in a local hospital, and he described how it looks to him when he's dealing with the COVID patients. And just appeared to me. These pieces here, I just got back from the framer, and they're going in a show that's coming up the end of September through Columbus Day in downtown Gloucester at the Jane Deering Gallery. It's called Awry and Just Breathe. It's myself and a friend of mine, Christine Fisher. It's our work that we've made during the pandemic. Another piece of my drip art. It's called The Nest. To me, it looks like a bird's nest. This is where I make all my drip art. I love using house paint. It has the best viscosity for this this type of work. Sometimes I use it straight, sometimes I mix it, sometimes I use golden liquid paint. After a while I was discovering that I liked the surface better than my actual paintings, so I started cutting out certain sections and making some additions to the pieces. Those are here. These are a few of them. So they were all on cardboard. I don't know why I was doing lots of abstract work and I just had an urge to do something representational. So this figure appeared on the canvas, and to me, she looks like one of the nurses from the 1918 pandemic. And that's, again, oil and cold wax, marble dust. Wow. This painting is called Alive, also made during the pandemic. It's drip. All the paint is drip, and the metal is copper tape, which I love to use different types of metals. Actually, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to try to verdigris the copper a little bit. This happens to be one of my favorite paintings. I made it a few years ago. It's called Three Sisters, and it represents myself and my two sisters. I have that hanging in my living room, and I'll never sell that. That's acrylic, and the whole thing is made with credit cards, room keys. I love them because I don't have to wash anything. I made another one similar to this. It's called the May Sisters. It's currently hanging at the Atlantic Wharf Gallery in an exhibit through FPAC. So you can find my work in multiple places. I'm represented by Gallery on Jars in Sandwich, Massachusetts. I'm also in a lot of association shows. The National Association of Women Artists, they have quite a few shows. FPAC, Fort Point's art community, has quite a few. And also I've had my own shows as well. We have one coming up with a friend of mine, Christine Fisher, at the end of September through Columbus Day, and that will be at the Jane Deering Gallery in Gloucester. Thanks for visiting my studio. I hope you enjoyed it.